Hey everyone, it's me, the incredible edible Aquinos, recording from my bedroom tonight because I don't feel well, giving you my worthless ass opinions. All right, let me get into this right away. Because this situation tonight, I am pretty sure I'm going to be talking about it I could go on for about an hour about this because it's a lot to unpack. There's so much stuff to talk about right now, by the way, too, because Tessica got the fucking gorilla glue out her head, and child, like, there's just a lot going on, right? But let's just focus at the situation at hand. So I sparked a conversation up online today about America's new favorite sweetheart, Amy Gorman. And I just want to let you all know right from the bat, like, I absolutely despise her work, right? And there's a people out there like saying that she's ostensibly mediocre, and I'm not really gonna go there because I'm really not trying to insult her like that. But people are saying that, the work is mediocre and whatnot, and that's really not my argument. You know what I mean? I know that when I had made that post like around what was it, the inauguration, and people were coming to her defense when I said, like, I forget exactly what I said, but basically I turned it off. I tuned it out. It just was like, what the fuck is this? And I'll let y'all have that. But I want to get into the bigger conversation around Amy and just really the politics of respectability, because that's really what this is about here. Look, it's not my cup of tea. It really is not. And if it's your cup of tea, I really think that you should question why this is your cup of tea. But I think I already have the answer. The reason why Amy Gorman is your cup of tea, and she's also the being pushed to the center by this system, which is really what this conversation is about, is because it is so safe, it is so respectable, it is so tame, it is so non-threatening, right? And that shit fucking annoys me. This is why her work gets under my fucking skin, because it's the same goddamn formula that is being pushed out there that makes, women in general, but particularly Black women, think like the way to make it in this world is either, you have to either be really, really fucking wild or super, super, super like respectable and play into the respectability politics game. And I just don't fucking like it. I listened to the poetry from the Super Bowl commercial, and I was alarmed. I was alarmed, to say the least. It's like, I'm just, first of all, I'm really confused at the switch that Black people have done from being completely against this racist organization that still has not, to my knowledge, apologized to Kaepernick, nor has it given Kaepernick his job back, that we're now all of a sudden excited about this shit. And I'm just like, where is this coming from? Like, is the fight over because Joe Biden and this Afro-Caribbean Indo-American is in office? Like, what is fucking going on here? Like, did I miss something? Did I miss the celebration? There's another conversation in there to be had about the kind of work that Donald Trump, really, the way that he fucks shit up, how he's made it easy for Joe to leave with an unbelievable legacy. But that's for another video, right? Let's get back to Amy Gorman. This organization, the NFL, and in her poem, and I know that it was for the NFL, but in her poem, where she kind of uplifts this Black man for streaming the NFL, for streaming the NFL for his community, I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Really? This is what the fuck we're doing? This is, woo, my camera. This is really what we're doing. We're like, whatever. I just feel like a revolutionary mind, a mind that wasn't trained in a certain kind of institution, in a certain kind of way, just would be on an NFL stage, not praising the NFL. But you know, whatever. The point I'm trying to make is that her work for me is stagnant, and it's and you know, it's not, it's stagnant because this is the same kind of formula that they have been feeding us all along, that I thought that at this point that we've completely pushed back against, right? Because there's a lot of things that are in place right now that went against that stagnation, that pocket, that safety pocket that we've kind of been in for a very long time as Black people, that got us where we are, like the BLM movements and the sex worker rights movements and so on and so forth, right? So let's just keep it buck and just say that if you like Amy Gorman's work, you like it because it's safe. You like it because it's soft. You like it because it doesn't piss you off. It doesn't make you want to stand up and fight. It makes you want to sit back and be delighted, right? It makes you want to act like this is it. This is kind of how we get to where we are as Black people. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are like, it's mediocre, let her get rich and famous for being mediocre. I don't give a fuck about all that. I don't care if she's rich and famous. I'm all here for it. I salute that. Fantastic. You know what I mean? And I don't care that she is young, that being young, being 21 years old, and this is her poetry style, that means nothing to me. So fucking what? There's a lot of people that are young, this is not the framework that they work with. You know what I mean? They're not safe like that. They make you want to stand up and fight, and or like, even if you don't want to fight, you're invigorated, you're moved. And a lot of people have asked or compared her to Maya Angelou, and I go, check this out. This is 2020 fucking one. Amy's work is very fitting for some place between the 60s and the 80s, right? It is not progressive. It's not even reductive. It's just stuck into this place that I'm fucking tired of, right? And I thought that as people that we have progressed past that. And I feel like with the system, not even her or her work, because this is a lot less about her because I don't know her, and it's less about her work, and it's more about this system that keeps putting us into our fucking place. And it is shocking to me how many people are delighted in 2021 to still be in that place. Like, what would have been progressive for the NFL to do and all these other white organizations that are uplifting her, if they are really serious about being about uplifting Black people and understanding that women, and I'm not even saying that this is their fucking argument, so to speak, but it should be about uplifting different kinds of Black people, artists and leaders and so on and so forth, and also really being focused on making sure women are centered. And I'm happy that she's a darker skinned Black woman. You know, again, this is not about her, and it's even not even really about her work, right? So I'm very happy for her in that regard. And I respect any woman that in this system and in this world can make it, because it takes a lot of fucking work and a lot of discipline and a lot of drive and a lot of overcoming many hurdles in order to get into certain positions, okay? But if these groups were about change, what they would have done they would have done something that was fucking revolutionary, and they would have been like, hey, Meg Thee Stallion, you are an actually amazing poet, which she is, right? Which she fucking is. She's a rapping, dancing poet, right? They would have been like, can you do something for us? Can you come here? I mean, hopefully she would have told them to go fucking kick rocks, because remember that the reason why they're having such a fucking hard time is because they fucking shit on a fucking Black man for taking a goddamn knee, okay? Let's not forget that shit. they would have gone to somebody like Amy, I mean, hear me, Amy, to Megan and been like, can you write something for the people? I know that sounds fucking wild to y'all, right? It sounds fucking wild and unbelievable. Akinos, what the fuck are you talking about? Megan talks about twerking and sucking dick and so on and so forth. And the dick, what? It ain't happening if the dick wasn't snapping. Yeah, so what? But see, that's my whole motherfucking point. That is my point. That is the point. Right? Like, I had wrote some shit here. See, Amy's work does not disrupt you. It makes you really fucking complacent. It makes you really fucking happy because you feel like it is not the angry black woman. It is not the black woman that is making a fuss about shit around her. She's talking about like peace and kumbaya and we shall overcome kind of fucking shit, which personally, I've heard that shit before and I'm real goddamn tired of it. And I know some of you fucking trolls at some point, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, maybe it's even next year. Y'all gonna come, y'all gonna look at my work, and y'all gonna be like, but Akinos, you use fucking cuss words, you this, you that. That's my motherfucking point. If you come at me and my work and the way that I display myself and say I'm not the right fucking person to actually be at the forefront of any goddamn movement, that's my fucking point. Why not? Why are you so fucking upset and disturbed at this idea that that somebody like me or somebody like Megan or someone like Cardi cannot be at the fucking forefront? And look, there are other poets out there who are not like these big name artists, you know what I mean, that that probably fit more into the arena where I think we should be right now, especially for people being centered by these white-led spaces, because a lot of them are very white. I'm sure they exist, but we never get a chance to know them because they keep going back to the same goddamn formula, and it's pissing me off, okay? Her work gets under my skin just for that reason alone. It's like, what is this? We're taking steps backwards now, or we're just at a standstill? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not saying she has to be talking about throwing flames or talking about, you know, dick pics and whatnot, but I'm saying it would have been refreshing. It would be nice, and it should come as no surprise to you that she is formally trained at prestigious universities. And this right here really, really grinds my fucking butt cheeks. You know, a friend of mine and I had applied for a job recently with an organization that we were very qualified for. She even so more qualified than me. And not only did we not get the job, and I did not even get a notification that my application was not accepted or whatever. But when we found out who got the job, it was not only someone that didn't even really do the work that we did, that was very fitting for the fucking job offer, but it was someone that was educated at one of these goddamn universities such as Harvard College. All right, this is a fucking problem. This is a problem. I roll my eyes all the time when I'm hearing like people are giving to these HBCUs and so on and so forth. And I know what you're fucking thinking when you hear that. Akinos, you a hating ass bitch. No, I'm actually not a hating ass bitch. I wish I had gone to an HBCU, but I had kids super young and was going through my own fucking drama and trauma, and I didn't have a lot of support. But I did go to a university that I felt really is responsible for the fire that I have. And really has pushed me in a way that I don't think when I see what comes out of Harvard and what I see what sometimes come out of HBCUs, I am not impressed, simply because it sticks to that respectability trope that I cannot fucking stand. I feel like there are people that are doing amazing work out there that do not fit into respectability politics frameworks, and I feel like that also needs to be celebrated. And it's not celebrated. What we constantly are looking for are for people to have these certain kind of degrees from these places. And it's just like, well, what about the fucking rest of us that didn't go there? You know what I mean? What about the Goddardites? What about the Goddard College girls? You know what I mean? Like, the only fucking people that are going to be able to sit in certain positions and have specific jobs or be famous or be allowed any room is if you have to be fucking Juilliard trained. You have to be trained here. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is like a fucking gang mentality. You know what I mean? This is literally like, you know, it's all for the cool kids, and everybody else can go and fuck off. And then the problem is with these spaces that it pushes out a certain kind of machine, and I don't like formulaic shit. It pushes out the same fucking thing, and y'all love that shit. And this is why y'all like fucking Kamala Harris. So if I didn't say it already, I'm writing this fucking piece. I'm writing this piece for, you know, this publication about politics of bodies and governed and whatnot. I really can't remember, but I'm writing something. And I was initially supposed to just be writing about Kamala Harris. Shit, I'm over time. I was initially just supposed to be writing about Kamala Harris, but I've since decided to include some other people in it to kind of make my point. You know, and my point is that you all really love respectability politics. You absolutely really do. And no matter how much you try to act like you're all progressive and you want women to be a certain way and have certain freedoms, really at the core of it all is you're still not ready for that action. You're still not ready for women to take charge and women to have a certain kind of different elements to them. You still want women to stay into this box, and particularly Black women, because, you know, like, can you imagine, like, if this was Nina Simone, and you can imagine if this was Nina Simone that was asked to come to the Super Bowl and do this, because literally when white people were eating her up and putting her on this pedestal, she literally like went up on fucking stage and gave them and practically just dragged their asses. You know what I mean? Like, she happily took that position, that power that they put her in, and used it as an opportunity to let them know exactly how she feels. You're not gonna fucking control me. You're not gonna try to turn me into this thing. And what's really important for you all to know with Amy Gorman is this: if she tries to change who she is and goes a whole nother route, they're not going to allow her to do that. They're literally going to fucking tear her down. Unless, of course, the angry Black women step in and don't have that shit. That's actually who's going to fucking save her. Because what happens when these systems give you opportunity, whenever you try to go against them, they get very enraged and they make your life really fucking difficult. You know what I mean? So, like, let's not even fucking act like I'm being a fucking hater and what I'm saying can't possibly make any sense, because it's fucking true. You know it. You've seen this shit happen time and time again. And, you know, the work gets under my skin. I'm tired of it. I feel like there's so many other poets out there that could have been given that platform, and they decided to choose somebody who is kind of rocking them to sleep. And it's like, do y'all want to fucking change or what? You know what I'm saying? What's the deal? Like, do you want to fucking change or don't you? Do you want things to progress or don't you? And the answer is, I can see clearly, no. The system doesn't, and neither do the people. Because a lot of you are really fucking like excited about this in a way that is like, is really surprising to me, to be honest. You know what I mean? But then how can I really be surprised? You are the same people that just 2 years ago, we were all about Kaepernick getting his job back. And now y'all fucking excited about this goddamn game. And the only reason you're excited about this fucking game is because it's fucking violent. You know, y'all like to see fucking violence. Do y'all really fucking whatever, you know, I can go on and on about this, and I'm sure I've got a lot more to say, but I'll either save it for another video, or I will save it for the piece that I'm writing. But I'm annoyed, I'm irritated, I don't like this, I don't like what I'm fucking seeing. You know, I don't like that this America is great vibe that I'm fucking getting from this work. I don't like this fucking work that's like super fucking kumbaya, and it's all like, you know, we the people united, and how, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, oh my God, like, it's 2021, people. Grow the fuck up already. You know, it's fine. Of course, I know people have their kinds of work, and everybody puts out work that's different. My work is not the cup of tea for a lot of fucking people. But you know why the thing is that my work a lot of times may not be your cup of tea? Is because you're used to seeing a formula that I am not going to play into. And the Amy Gorman being the new, like, America's sweetheart still plays into that fucking formula. It's very innocent, it's very kind, it doesn't disrupt you, it doesn't ignite you, and you like that. You don't, and I get it, and Black people have a right to not want to be fiery all the fucking time, because this is what we've always had to do, and the system does not allow us to get to another, like, to get anywhere without constantly giving you fire. And then when we give you fire, you get fucking mad and act like we don't have a right to have any fire. So I kind of get it when, you know, when it's positioned that way. But at the same time, you don't have to be full blown fucking angry, right, to get your point across. You can be fucking angry. And I don't feel no fucking anger. I feel no angst. I feel no pressure. I feel nothing when I hear her speak. I just turn the fucking shit off after a couple of lines, right? And I'm not saying you gotta hate her work because I'm saying it, but what I'm asking you all to do is to unpack why you actually like it. Why do you think she's a genius? Why? Is it because she's actually a fucking genius, or is it because she's putting out this formula that you are used to being spoon-fed, right? Is it because her work is making you think? Does it actually make you think? Because the only thing it makes me fucking do is I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is what it makes me say. You know what I mean? I'm just asking you all to think differently about this. And I'm not saying tear her down. I'm saying question what they are doing to you. All right? Because they're feeding something to you that's not pushing for change. It's not pushing for a new narrative with women, and it's not pushing for a new narrative on the kinds of Black people that are uplifted. You know, like, there's just so much conversation. The Michaela Cole situation, like, they are still only allowing a certain kind of person to succeed, and you should be fucking troubled by that. You should be alarmed at that, and you really should be questioning that. So thank you for my Goddard College education, both undergrad and grad, for pushing me to really think about a lot of the things that I'm seeing. You know what I mean? And really trying to unpack it, and really trying to get behind what is actually happening. Because on the forefront, it's fine, it's okay, it's great. You know what I mean? But really and truly, when you start to fucking do the work and do the thinking, you're like, well, what the fuck is going on here? Who are you trying to sell this trope to, this trick to? Right? Because they like safety. They like to feed you safety. They like to feed you shit that's fucking soft. And especially when it's a Black woman, they don't want you, you know, seeing no fucking Black woman actually lighting fire in your ass. And the Maya Angelou comparison is just not the same. It is not equal. I mean, I guess they're trying to have the Maya Angelou of their time, but it's not fucking working. Maya was really, really good for her time, and some of her work still pushed fire up into your ass. It made you think, it made you want to stand up, and, you know, and maybe it does that for some people. And I'm really not here to fucking tell you how to think or to feel, but I am here to say, really think about why you think and feel the way that you do. Is it because it's really doing these things, or is it because they trained you to feel like this is what it is. Have a good night, guys.